get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy Coach DC coming back at you today with another video. And yeah, man, we've all probably seen the reveal from Madden 25 by now. So let's talk a little bit about what's gonna change in terms of just pure physics, or you know, the big thing is the boomstick and their, you know, frostbite and all this stuff, and they're talking about there's going to be such a change in the physics, you know, from the last game to this game, and there is somewhat of a change in certain areas, and in some of them not all good. I do like the wide receiver control. Once you throw the ball, you're able to click on, you're able to kind of maneuver yourself with relative ease into position. So you see plays like this, you know, it's my man JP right there just doing me dirty back in, what was this, Madden 23. This is what I teach. I teach the physics. This is the stuff I've been teaching for years. I've never really been about the one play touchdown stuff. I've always been about the physics. This is the stuff that I've been trying to push out, you know, learning how to get your guys in position, how to you know, either click on offensively or defensively, maneuver your guys, you know, the jumping and all this stuff. And there's so many different aspects to physics on this game. There's, you know, my mechanics Bible guys, y'all kind of already know what I'm talking about. For you guys, first time customers, whatever, you know, you guys who pre-ordered the college, who are first time guys, you're gonna see like the physics are so important. I mean, and it's a match between how well can you move your guys or do whatever it is you do, and how well do you incorporate that into your scheme when it's time to make plays, when it's time to make a catch, when it's time to have the pocket presence, when it's time to make a throw, when it's time to user and cut off a route or whatever. And so in years past, I mean, it's been pretty simple. It's like play like this, like linebackers were terrible at covering slot guys and all that stuff, but the physics part of that is when it comes to the tackling. You see the high hit sticks and all this stuff. You see the guy bounce off the tackles and all that. And so physicality or physics is something that we've long asked for in Madden. I don't like seeing a big lineman get dogged by a small corner or DB or somebody when he's going out to block him. Those, to me, that's what physics actually means. It's like, okay, how much of an advantage do we have in terms of the height, the weight, maybe the speed, leverage, you know, all that kind of stuff comes into play when it comes to what we're actually talking about with physics. And so bigger receivers like Kyle Pitts, do they feel like bigger receivers? Do they make bigger receiver or bigger tight end, you know, oversized or outsized matchup, you know, does the matchup feel bad, you know, when you go up for the ball? Can you tell how much of a more physical advantage you have than the guy who's either the AI guy or the guy that's just either clicked on? And so you see like a play like that with Drake London versus, I don't know who that corner was for that particular game, but it, like I said, this is what I do. The college football guide will be crazy in terms of the physics stuff, because there's so much that they've actually added to the game, you know, especially with the switch stick and all that stuff. And so some of these things I'm really hoping and praying that they're able to tune and adjust. The movement off of the switch stick has to be better. It just can't be the fact that you can switch to another guy. So what? You can switch to him if he can't move when you switch to him. there has to be some sort of rhythm and flow with the player that you're clicking to in order to get the desired movement. It's like it's just like in this particular game, you'll see a guy run from 30 yards away all the way across the field. He'll jump, dive, and make the play. And then you'll have a guy that's standing right there. You know, the ball is thrown directly at him, and he won't. And so, for me, it's never the physics. To me, the physics are only as good as the DDA or the obstacles that they put in front of us are. You know, certain games you feel like your players won't move. Certain games, you know, your player, everybody's moving fine. Certain, you know, and it's just, it becomes a game of what is the AI doing? Is the AI, you know, is it responsive enough, or are you responsive enough, you know, when you're clicking from an AI defender to actually become, you know, a user or the click on guy? You know, when you're running the ball, you know, does your running back feel like he's a 95 speed running back, or does he feel like a really fast 80 speed running back? You know what I mean? So sometimes the physics are overshadowed by the like I said, the DDA and the other stuff. I mean, they just ignore momentum as if, you know, every person in Madden or the college football, as if we want that. No, this is not what we want. We want smooth running, you know what I mean? And there's a play that can stop every play. I get so tired of people thinking that plays are unstoppable. There's no such thing as an unstoppable play. If you have a good corner guarding a receiver, that becomes a matchup. It's not the play that should be working like that. At some point, it has to become a matchup of the guy that's either in the area, the guy that's supposed to be covering him in man. You know, even when it comes to the tackling and stuff, y'all see, I had to go back and find that clip, man, because that, you know, 23, that spin move was kind of nice in 23. And so, a lot of the 25 reminds me a bit of the 23 in terms of some of the movement, especially when it comes to the running back, because to me, the running game in 23 was magnificent. I'm sorry, I did. I enjoyed the running game because it was smooth. The transitions in and out of moves were pretty good. It wasn't necessarily about the juke move. It was about really, you know, your hezzies and getting sticky and all that other kind of stuff. And so, you know, going into this next phase of these games, I have to, you know, I have to kind of sit back and just wonder and go, okay, how much will the DDA, how is it going to affect this in the dog days? You know, once the game comes out, the newness wears off, people start picking up the metas and the things that actually are tough to stop and the things that work and all that stuff. You know, how adjustable will the game be then? Like, for me, it's more, I hate functionality problems. I hate problems with clicking on to and making adjustments and all that kind of stuff that we have now. Those are the things that I hate. It's never really, for me, I guess maybe because I'm into the mechanics and stuff and have been for so long, that portion of the game does not bother me as much, because I feel like no matter what I'll figure out how the game moves and I'll adjust to it and I'll make the best of that. Now, the obstacles that come in the way of that with the DDA and all that stuff, how will that affect what we're doing going forward? Anyway, man, appreciate it. Peace and you guys. It's your boy Coach.